Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rising Sun. Is it the Rising Sun? I forgot what I called my series now. What did I call it again? Yeah, the Rising Sun. Okay. Whoa, that was a little bit of a issue there. I forgot I called my own bloody series. That shows you how professional I am. Okay, so getting right back into things. We have a bunch of stuff that we need to do. Like a bunch of stuff. I worry that the desktop audio is a little bit too loud here, so I'm just going to turn down the music a little bit more. I did alter some sound settings. Okay, that's about as low as it can go there on Windows Media. Okay, hopefully that should be better. Ideally. When somebody joins the stream, then I'll ask them to see how the sound is, but it should be a lot better there. Okay, so what I wanted to do here then is we need to take a look at our production. So if we just quickly make sure we're on the right turn. Yep, turn 62 is already loaded, which is the one that we're on right now. And let's sort by severity. I'm going to look at the current turn. So in terms of severity, there's nothing critical right now, which is really quite good news. I'm not going to lie about that one. Let's see. Right, what I need to find out... Alright, this sounds good, that's really good then. Okay, so we've had a few air groups arrive over here then, so Yuta, Oita, Takao, and Shiba. The Soho has been upgraded to the A6M2. Well, at least those aircraft have arrived there at the light... Is it a carrier? Yeah, the light carrier Soho. Shoho. The first Sentai, obviously, we've upgraded to the K-43-1Cs. The Oscars, obviously. Right, let's go and find Shiba. Chiba. I swear to God, pronunciations are not my specialty. Especially in other languages, and pretty much in English too. Chiba. Whereabouts is it? I remember it somewhere. I know it's definitely on Honshu somewhere. I feel like it's here somewhere. Ah, there we go. I knew it was around here somewhere. Okay. Let's see what we have available over here then, shall we? So what actually arrived then? The 40th KUT-1 and 40th KUT-2. I'm going to assume... Yeah, here they are. So torpedo bombers. Okay, that's cool to see. Right. We do have a few of these in the actual pool, which is always a good thing to have. I'm gonna have them run the training for now. And here we go, let's see. Yeah, these reconnaissance aircraft are redonkulously useful. So I'm gonna put them on training for that actually. So naval search, yep, 100% training, just get on with it. Get on that. Okay. How is everybody today then? Okay, Takao? This is what I'm looking for. The numbers here aren't exactly great. I mean, we do have like odd squadrons like this where there's really no replacements. And in all honesty, we do need to increase the amount of production that we have in planes, because we are not producing the planes that we should be right now. We are producing plenty of zeros. I mean, we're producing about 4 zeros a day, so the zero production isn't too bad, but everything else needs to be dramatically increased very, very quickly. So if we take a look here then, obviously by... build a moment. So at the moment we're producing 16.28 aircraft a day. However, 4 of those are zeros, 1.67 G4M1s a day, which is a good number, I'm not going to lie about that. K-48's the Lily. Right, let's take a look at this then. Which is the Ki-48 Lily again? Let's do that. So I'm going to go to IGA, sorry. Ki-48 Lily. Okay, so it's a level bomber then. I mean, in fairness, I can produce a good amount of these due to the fact of the engines. What we need to take a look at then is the other plane. So what I need to see then is the IGA. Sorry, IGN. How long before you start training your pilots how to land? Well, the thing is, if we take a look over to Let's see, air groups and pilots. Pilot training pool, we need more pilots. Definitely need more pilots. Especially for the IGN. We don't have an infinite number of pilots. We will run out at some point. It is going to happen unless we are careful. So if we go over to alert, let's see. Possibly overview, we might be able to see. Pilots, okay. You know, that sniper. That's cool. I do like World of Warships, I've just not played for a long while. Okay, right, so let's get back to the aircraft production then. So what I want to take a look at then is the... well, IGN, of course, for the time being. And I'd like to see dive bombers. So you can see here, dive bombers, we're producing 0.4 valves a day. That's absolutely pathetic. It's really pathetic. We need much more than that. D3A2s. Do we even have the possibility of production of D3A2s? Do we even have them unlocked as of yet? Let's see what we actually are producing then, shall we? D3A1 valves. Did you get hit by the squadron of wildebeest? Oh, bloody hell, I hate those wildebeest. Right, so we're only producing a few D3A1 valves. What we need to do then is we need to ramp up that production ASAP. So I'm going to double the expansion there. We need to ramp it up big time. These D3A valves aren't exactly great, but we are using them right now, so we need to up that number. What do they actually use? I need to see what they use. Right, so let's go to aircraft comparison. Yeah, did somebody say dive bombers? Right, so I need to look at my vowels. Okay, so the valve uses a HA33, the Hakajima 33. I think it's the Hakajima. Right, engine production. So we're producing a good number of these Hakajima 35s. The 33 is not a bad result there. I mean, that's still two engines a day, which is not bad at all, to be fair. You can see that we have about 200 industrial plants dedicated to the Hakajima 35. I think it's the Hakajima. I can't actually remember it. Let's do a quick Google result here. Let me just find out what it actually is again. Was it Nakajima? Hold on. A6, M2. Okay, the Nakajima. Nakajima Sake. Okay, we're just going to continue to call it HA. At least then there's no confusion. Are you ever going to get newer dive bombers? Or is a valve the best you can get? Oh no, I can definitely get newer dive bombers. We are working on that. It's just going to take some time. We do have the potential for the D3A2s, but it's going to take some time to get towards those. So we are producing a decent amount of HA33s. And we do have 65 in our pool right now. At least that's the amount of industry, sorry. In the actual pool is... let's see. Okay, hold on. Engine production. Right, alright, Nakajima. Okay. Nakajima HA35. I'll just call them Nakajima 35. Okay. Plenty of the Itachis. Plenty of the Nakajima Kotobuku. Buki. These are frames as well. Okay, so we've got engines and frames in here. Where's the 33? Right, there's only one 33 in the actual pool here, so we do need to increase the actual Nakajima 33 engine production. Okay. So it's a Nagoya. I mean, there's a few engines here, but we need to double that production. I need to get it up to about 200. Potentially, probably less than 200. We'll need to decide a good number, really. The reason being we need to increase the amount of those frames being produced. So let's also take a look at the actual torpedo bombers. Right, torpedo bombers. Yeah, we need to produce many, many more. The B5N1 Kate is what we're using at the moment, and you look at that, we aren't really even producing anything like that. That is not good right now. I think we have access to the B5N2 Kate, but we'll quickly check on that one. Right, so I have the B5N2 Kate, there we go, that's good to see. Yeah, but we aren't producing anymore, so we need to really boost that. And that is going to take a long time. Right, there's no heavy industry here. It might be that we do it in the following turn then. Which is difficult. Let's see. Right, the Heg 6. Okay, 4. I would like to increase production of those. Right, so they use the 33 engines as well. Obviously they're going to use far, far more. So we'll not increase that for the time being. Right, the KI-36. What is that? So that's going to be the Army. KI-36. Is it the Ida? It's never the Ida, is it? Is it really the Ida? Yeah, the Ida. Why are we using the Ida? Why are we even producing the Ida? I mean, sure, it's a level bomber, but it's not that great. I mean, if we take a look here, then we'll take... I mean, what is it? Level bomber. So there's the Ida. I mean, this is the Lily that we're producing at the moment. Yeah, the load is obviously much better over here. This actually upgrades, this does not. It's only a light bomber, this is actually a medium bomb. I mean, took a look at that, 30 kilogram bombs, it's actually pathetic. Honestly pathetic, so I feel confident in removing that. It's a single... Is it single engine? It is a single engine, the mounted Hitachi. So I feel fairly confident in removing production of that airframe. There's really no particular use for it. So we might produce more B5N2 Kates. But then again, how many Kates are we actually using and losing? That's the thing here. Either way, though, we can't really allow that. I mean, we are producing much here. I mean, this is going to take some time to ramp up, so we are going to have to really get it going. Yeah, I'm going to remove the Ki-36 production and instead change it over to the B5N2 Kate. There we go. I'm going to expand that production too. Right, so there we go. We have some now K production. Val production does need to be increased to a considerable degree. Wish we could use the Barracuda. Okay. We are producing a good amount of G4s. Let's actually take a look at our production. Right, air production... Right, level bombers. So that I'd see how you doing, my dude. Okay, so we'll sort by the building then, okay. So, we only have one G4M1 in the pool at the moment, but we are producing almost 2 of those a day, so we could rapidly build that up. The G3s, we do have 57 in the pool, but we are building almost 1 a day, which is not too bad. I can live with that. We're not going to lose that many G3s. Right, let's see. Available... Oh, building, I should say. Okay, so for the Navy, obviously we're only going to be producing those bad boys. Let's see for the Army. Yeah, the Wildebeests are pathetic, but they punch way above their weight. It's just the fact that they can get in there, that's what bothers me. Okay, so we do have decent army production, but we really do need to decide what we're going to be doing with these. Okay, so we've just basically cancelled the production of this. The Ki-51 Sonoya. We do have the Lily, that uses the 35. Do we instead remove these other army level bombers and instead favour like single engine production, like maybe the 35, 33? I mean the 34 is what the Tojo would be using, so I'd like to keep that somewhat separate. I can see here we're building 2 HA33 engines a day. 35 production is almost 7 a day, which is pretty good. 34 is 1 a day, so we are going to be building this up. Okay. The 32 is 2.9 a day, which is actually not a bad result. Okay. Let's take a look at the actual army level bombers and decide what we're going to keep here then, shall we? So the IDA we've removed. Let's just quickly take a look again. Okay. IDA's gone. 51 and 21. 51, 21. Okay. Is it the Sally that we're producing? So the Sonoya is... it's rather poor. I'd rather get rid of that. The Sally has a very good loadout here. Range is something I'd like to see. The range is obviously twice as good as this. It's actually pretty decent. Maneuverability is obviously much different. Durability is much higher over here. Service rating is much higher. That's actually pretty good aircraft. It's obviously available right now. Speed is actually faster. Endurance is much higher. Yeah, max range 32 hexes. This is a superior level bomber. We need to produce these things. Screw the 51. Let's make sure that we actually are producing this. The Ki-21-2A. Ki-21-2A. Let's take a look at that then. Sonya. That's the 2A. Ki-21-2A. Was it 2A that I'm producing? Yeah, the medium bombs too. So I just really wish you could open separate tabs. Right, Ki-21-2A. Producing almost one of those a day. That is actually good aircraft. So let's take a look at that then. Aircraft comparison. I wish this would keep up. Let's see then. So the 2A. So the 2A carries a medium bomb armament. And actually has a decent armament to protect itself. And it actually carries about 1,000 kilograms of bombs, which is actually worthwhile. So what we're going to do then is we're actually going to cancel the production of other planes. We're going to expand this to another 7, so about 30 industrial plants to begin with. Right. Let's move the Sonya. Change that over to the Sally. Oh, do I want to change that over to the Sally? I don't think we need that many level bombers. What do you guys think then? Do we keep on with the level bombers, or should we increase production of something else that's more useful? The thing is, I can actually use Navy aircraft in obviously the other squadrons. Like, I could upgrade certain squadrons, I imagine, to use the A6M2, which isn't a potentially bad idea. The thing is, we're producing the G3s and the G4s, so we are covered with the level bombers. I mean, the G3s, G4s, if we dedicate them to obviously their naval role, as they are from the Navy branch, we could have more success. I am tempted to produce more patrol aircraft, because I do think they're very much worthwhile. Let's take a look at these others, so like the Ki-46 and the like. Okay, so it's not a level bomber. Right, Ki-46. Yeah, depends what we want to use them for. I do need more reconnaissance aircraft. That is very, very true. That has some huge range. 46 hexes is actually pretty huge. Ki-95 would be really handy right now. Okay. Patrol aircraft. That's pathetic. I love it though. Float plane. Obviously no army equivalent. Okay, reconnaissance. How many of these are we producing then? So 11 aircraft a month. Right. So that uses 2 Mitsubishi HA31 engines. That's fine. I do like these Sullys a lot though. The Sully uses the 32 engine. We do actually have a lot of 32 production here. It's actually decent. Right, is it the Tojo that's going to use the HA34? It's going to confirm. What is the longest range Sully? I mean, that's still pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, Sully's probably your best level bomber for the Helen. It just seems to be a very capable bomber. I mean, if we compare to the Navy's equivalent to the bomber, so we'll compare the G3s. Right, so we have the G4. The G4 obviously has a much, much higher range. The load is less, but the armament's pretty decent. Obviously, this uses a torpedo. I imagine it could use bombs, of course, but it's not specifically intended for that, it seems. At least that's not the default armament. Let's take a look at the G3. Right, so the Navy has obviously much longer range because they need to have longer range. Durability goes to the Sully. I like the Sully. Anyway, let's take a look at the Dojo. Right. 2A is using the Nakajima HA34. What I need to do here is actually expand the 34 production. If we have about 500 engines in a stockpile, we actually do gain a bonus to our R&D, I do believe. Yeah, Imperial Japanese Army level bombers. I mean, this is it. Do I really want to be producing that many level bombers? Am I really going to get that much use out of them? This is the thing that we have to think about, really. Max load is better on the Sully, that's true. And I'm considering the army squadrons. Do I instead kit the army squadrons out with the A6M2s? And this is what we have to bear in mind, because it's like, that would give me a lot of flexibility. I mean, the A6M2 compared to the K-43-1C. 0 wind and speed, cruise, endurance, range. Altitude goes to the Ki-43, climb 43, maneuverability 43, durability 43, load 0, service rating is equal. Gun value is definitely the 0, however. I mean, the fact that the 0 actually has cannon is pretty remarkably good. They both use the same engine. I don't know, I'm just considering, and we have a great 0 production, so would I be better off actually focusing more on 0 production? I wouldn't... Do I eliminate 43 production? I won't eliminate it, as I can upgrade them, of course. I don't know, I'm somewhat conflicted. I don't know, what do you guys reckon? Do we focus on a particular aircraft and stick with it? Or are we better off having Army and Navy? It's an interesting question nonetheless. We'll go back over here then. Is the Tojo Imperial Japanese Army? I think the Tojo... Yeah, Tojo's army. Yeah, the Tojo is army. Okay. So the Sonya. We are producing a good amount of Sonyas per month, actually. It does use the HA31 engine. I mean, with this particular production facility, we have to change it over to a single-engine plane. Otherwise, we're going to lose far more aircraft production than we would do. Well, yeah, we'd lose far less production than if we were to change it over to a production... Well, a production plane with more engines, basically. So I'll keep it to a single engine. Sub there, Cursor. How are you doing, my dude? I'm somewhat tempted to go and increase KA-43 production. It's tempting. Okay. Or do we go with more salaries? But then again, that's obviously increased in engine. And we have very little Oscars in production at the moment. Really very little at all. Okay, that settles. We're going to change it over to the KA-43, so we go from 30 aircraft a month to, yeah, 21 potential, so that's not bad at all, really. Need to keep on producing engines, producing airframes. So need another 9 here, bring that up to 30 total there. I just want to get about 100 production. Okay. I do need more of these. Val production is going to increase. Kate production is going to increase. Zero production, do we increase further? We have about 120 combined. You haven't missed much. Haven't missed much. We'll go more into that in the future. We're just talking about plane production, but we are going to be increasing plane production, so that's good. So we have another 2 divisions on their way over to Changsha, which is being remarkably difficult to break at the moment. Let's see. What's the fatigue like? Fatigue's pretty low. We'll go for bombardment then with these divisions. They could do with resting. Okay, supplies need to flow here. So we're holding down about 27,000 troops over here, which is fantastic. And we do have a larger garrison than what we need. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to dispatch the 55th Infantry to relieve the division here to help them out. Hello there, Lorenzo. How are you today? Yeah, these divisions are going to set out. It's going to take them some time to arrive. But once they do, they are going to make an immediate difference. Changsha should inevitably fall given enough time, but we'll see what we can do about it. Reinforcements are on their way down here. We are just going to try and hold our best there, just north of Singapore at Johor Bahru, as there's really not much else we can do. And now the submarines are returning home. I'm somewhat tempted to... We do have troops on their way to Johnson Island, but I have honestly no idea what we're in store for at Johnson Island. So I am somewhat reluctant to do so. I need more patrol aircraft. Definitely more patrol aircraft. Like, these guys over here are in for maintenance, which is an issue. Oh, god damn it. Right. Having so, like, one plane's out there, one of them's resting, the other, I don't know, we could have it set to something else if we wanted to, but we'll get that going, as we only have the 2 aircraft at the moment. Oh well. 1 serviceable at the moment. But I do need to move patrol aircraft out here. So in fairness, I do need more of them, so patrol. Interesting. Okay. So we do have plenty of troops over here, actually, that I do need to make use of. Where should we send them? That's going to be the question. Are you going to have to conquer Chongqing to beat China? Potentially so. Potentially so. Right, are those here under repair? They're not under repair right now. And they are very valuable, because I can convert them to basically light carriers should I choose to. Right, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to have them on stud down status. I'm going to change their priority to high. We're going to approve those changes. Yeah, that's a long-ass repair time. Long time, but at least they are alive and they are capable of movement, so that's very good. Right, so I have 12 of these aircraft over here. Now, these are incredibly valuable. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to split this if I can. Can I split it? No. Fatigue's pretty low. That is a bloody long time. Actually, no, fatigue is up there pretty high. So what we're going to do then is going to put this squadron on for rest then. And that is going to be all they're doing now. So I'm going to put their range down. I need those planes to be repaired. And ideally I need to split that squadron so I can get them out there. Okay. So, the battleships are going to link up with Bushido, and then we'll go from there. We are going to be unloading supplies over here, because we must do this. We must have supplies loaded here. Which isn't easy, considering the actual state of the island. Right, unload cargo. Good, good, good. Okay. Now in Kiributai. Ammunition is pretty low here. Do we have a seaplane carrier that's capable right now? No, we do have a few light cruisers over here, however. So both of these are in for repair right now. One of them could be ready in a couple days. So what we're going to do then is we're actually going to set off towards the Australian coastline, I do believe, for the time being now. Though, let's see, how much fuel do we have over here? 0. We need to head and meet our oilers out there by truck then. So we'll head south. Should hit them there, cruiser mine layer. Okay. So we're going to have you dispatched to Midway. Now I need to understand why you can't follow my orders. Why are you not there? Right, is it the range? Seems to be the range. Which is fine. So I want them to head towards Midway. I'm going to have some fuel sent to Midway too. Okay. So I think what we're going to do then is, let's take a look. I should in reality send more troops to this island. That would be the wise thing to do, but that is taking resources away where I could use them elsewhere. Or do we go for Rabaul? I could head for Rabaul. The thing is, I don't want to chew off more than I can chew at the moment, and I do need to concentrate my efforts somewhere. There isn't a huge amount of troops here. Not a huge amount, so I do need to be somewhat careful. Let's see, air combat. We do have transport over here as well. You are carrying supplies. I'm going to have these supplies sent to the island over here then. Right, how many supplies do we have here then? 6,000. We do have a decent amount then actually, so I'll keep that in reserve for the time being. Alright, Nagato. I need to figure out what's going to happen here. Either way, we're going to put it to sea. The Sun Yan task force will link up. We also do have Soho just off the coast of Truck. Right, so meet task force 200. Merge. Right, incompatible. But that's fine, they can follow each other. Shoho is over here. Obviously she needs to go in here and just take some fuel. But we do have a couple zeros. We do have some Kates over here, which is decent enough. That's alright. So we do have an escort carrier. A couple heavy cruisers and a battleship. Now, Hosho has a very light complement. Let's see. Hang on a moment then. Right, we'll remain in port. Okay, remain here for the time being. How shows Japan's first ever carrier? That's pretty funny. Right, you'll upgrade to the zeros. Okay. You definitely need to upgrade. It's a shame that we really don't have that many planes. She cannot allow you to upgrade. Either way, we'll keep you then for the time being. We need to marshal our forces, and honestly, we just need to see how the enemy reacts to the moment. Right, you're repairing at the moment. Commissioned in 1922. I think we might dispatch the carriers down to Johnson Island. It honestly depends on the Americans' reaction at the moment. This is the big thing that we do have to contend with, to be honest. The 38th Division is going to be landing shortly over here. We need to make just make sure everybody's on the bloody escort. We cannot have these fighters and these bombers intercept them. Couple in reserve there. Not a huge amount of them. Still not bad, still not bad. Right, use drop tanks. I need you to increase that range. Okay, we're on escort. Yeah, that's still not a green, but we'll deal with it. Okay, I could land at San Fernando. But if I land here at Lingayen, I only have to march to the south. It's still going to take some time to unpack. And the thing is, we're going to defeat the Americans at Clark, but we're not going to chase them to Bataan. We're going to starve Bataan out and just deal with that. There's a lot of enemy troops here in the Philippines, but once we deal with these troops in Clark, we can deal with the rest of the American forces, and then the northern island of Luzon will be ours. We'll have to then go on to Mindanao and the rest, which is doable. Okay. Now, see, what concerns me are these two groups over here, especially this one. So we do need to see what we're dealing with. But we're going to go ahead to the next turn and see how things turn out. I just need to see what we're dealing with, really. Today is going to be a shorter stream. I might do one later on tonight, to be fair. I'm going out in a little bit, so I'm not entirely sure what time, so I thought I'd do a bit of a stream. Namely wanted to take a look at the production thing. I think when it comes to the carriers, we need to keep them at sea as much as possible. Right, what is the... okay. Small ship. I think the enemy is going to make a pass at Horn Island. That's my suspicion at the moment. In which case I want to actually prevent that. If I can devastate those transports, that'd be a very good thing to do. Okay. That is a very good target. Very well done there. I'm happy about that. Yep, that's very good. So there's the AVD Mackinac, and McFarland. She goes down. That's a good hit. AVDs are actually worth quite a lot. Really, if we can prevent the Allied forces from transporting air squadrons around the Pacific, that would definitely help us out. At the end of the day, the Americans and just Allied forces in general can have as many planes as they want and any base they want. But as long as... Hello! That is a large looking cargo ship then, actually. Hopefully she's going to go down. What is she carrying? No indication of what she's carrying, but she's going to go down. Yep, and she does. Sure, the torpedo missed. That's fine. Notice that we do have another American submarine over here. Right. I'm glad that we still are hitting these cargo ships just off the coast of Pearl Harbor. Well, just off the coast of Hawaii, really. I mean, my go-in plan at the moment is we're going to have a Kitabutai swing down south towards Australia, deal with that shipping that's trying to escape down that way, and then have it merge with the other carrier forces, and we'll go for a full-on attack at Pearl Harbor again. The reason being the only way to defeat the Allied forces here is to completely cripple them early on in the war. We missed our best chance with the submarines not hitting Lexington and not being able to find her. So that was our best chance gone. So if we can damage the American fleet at Pearl Harbor and keep them down, that'd be great. I really do need to transfer more fighters to this area. We really do not have enough by far. Right, B-17. So we have one K-44 Tojo that intercepts. We need them just to get on board and really start to drive away the B-17s here. These nades just... well, these nuts have absolutely no capability. Okay. Low in ammunition, so she pulls away. That's fair enough, they're going to make it through. The fact we are damaging them is a very good sign. I mean, ideally we are inflicting actual damage. But those Allied ships just north of Japan then? Right. The Chinese there at Changsha aren't that powerful, we just need to break them down, really. The 73rd Corps is by far the best. Right, the 3rd Division has taken a lot of punishment, so that division is going to be out for some time to come. And we need to rest our forces, allow replenishments to arrive, allow the bombers to continue to do their work, really. Ideally keep inflicting losses upon the Chinese here. See, Clark will fall once the 38th arrives. That's going to be a incredible amount of firepower. Then I do like the 38th. I think I will retain the use of the 38th Division as more of a mobile division that I'll have sent around the Empire to deal with the enemies that we need to deal with. Okay, bombardment attack. We need to go for a shock attack there. Hello there, Norbert. I've not missed too much. Not too much. We've increased production of certain aircraft frames. We've increased some engine production. And we just talked a bit about like where we're sort of aiming with at the moment. Good, the board there has increased. That's really good news. It is going to be a shorter stream than usual, as I will be going out at some point today. Not particularly too long either, so possibly might stream a little bit later on, or even stream 1v West, potentially. We'll see. We'll see what time I'm back. Okay, end of day. Now, this is what concerns me. That very, very much concerns me. Okay. Currently, you have no aircraft on board. What strategic materials are in China in this game? We don't really have strategic materials as such. A lot of that is like really... I mean, we have resources. So for example, over, let's say, Chongqing, they produce resources. We have heavy industry and light industry. And then supplies are produced from said, and obviously then most things come from that. So it's, abbreviated in some ways like that. In other ways, it is very complex, like the engine production. So I do need to think how we're going to actually respond to that. I need planes. Definitely need planes. Let's see. I do have submarines nearby, don't I? Yeah, at the moment I'm looking for a response, really. Right. We do have a bunch of gnats over here. Yeah, lots and lots of gnats. I'm gonna put these... right. Okay, these actually could be useful. Let's see. You carry bombs, okay. I don't think they have the firepower though, really. Right, we have some clouds over here. They're okay. Obviously, they're not going to be able to deal with this. We do have a couple torpedo bombers, though, actually, which is pretty decent. And B5M1s. Now, these are somewhat older aircraft. Okay. Naval attack. They are within range, more or less. I do need to move some fighters closer by them so that they can assist with escort. I intend to use airplanes to deal with this. Let's see, what planes do we have in Manchuria? It's a very bold move by the Americans, though. Very bold. What's that you are doing in reserve? Basically, we'll have these planes in the pool. So let's go... I think these are... yeah, we have these planes in the pool over here. So what I can do is I can actually drag these planes from the pool and have them sent to them specifically. Right, so I have my patrol boat there. Okay, now these are actually pretty decent. I can use these bombers. So we're going to have them dispatched to actually deal with the Americans in our waters over here. So I need a good airfield, which is over here. Yeah, air capacity 3. That's pretty decent. Close by to the front as well. So we're going to have them transferred over to that base there. And we're going to have them on naval attack. Now, flying day operations. They carry bombs, but that's fine. Have a couple of them searching. Range up to 12. Bring altitude down to about 13,000 feet. Okay. Yeah, we have a bunch of Sallys over here that I actually do need to transfer out. They are actually bloody good aircraft. Very good aircraft. We'll transfer them. Okay, so we do have a few flights of bombers now that will reach out there. Now, if I could actually give them an escort, that'd be quite nice. And there we go. So, escort. Use drop tanks, which will increase their range. Okay, we'll move a few more of those. Good airfield capacity. Okay. Hopefully that will be a good response. I'm not going to move any transports until we have that sorted. I need to understand what we're dealing with there. I don't think it's carriers, otherwise we would have been seeing air attacks by now. Okay, the 38th actually made it with no hassle, which is fantastic news, actually. Really good. Really, really good. We're still unloading over here, so it's going to take them some time. So there, Nathan, how you doing, my dude? You haven't missed much. We've just progressed through one turn, but that's not too bad. The 38th Division has just arrived in the Philippines. They're unloading them as we speak. We do have a American presence over here. Apparently a light cruiser and God knows what else. We are trying to prepare for that. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to head south. We're going to head towards Truck, actually. We do need to refuel. So what we'll do then is we'll share that fuel around for the time being. Not a huge amount of fuel. I really do need to get fuel on target, really. So I might have to dispatch some oilers. We are putting a bunch of supplies into Midway. I need to fortify the island. I definitely need to fortify. Right, build fortifications. I'm going to do that over at Wake as well. And there we go, we need to build up these fortifications. Okay, so we've lost sight of a lot of activity around Sydney, but we know that there is activity there. We do have another submarine that I can actually task to the Horn Strait, to the Torres Strait. So I'm going to do that. Any planes on Midway yet? We have only just a single patrol aircraft for the time being. But we'll increase that as time goes on. Okay, so I'm going to have you dispatched towards the Torres Strait as well. I mean, a couple of submarines at the Torres Strait is really going to lock that down for us, which is very good. We have dispatched a number of submarines as well as a submarine auxiliary tender, which is good news. I could do with sending some fuel out that way too. We do have some H6Ks over here. These are transports. Okay, have them sent towards the main base over here, which we are going to need supplies at. So what I could do is, let's see, transport. Have you sent over here then to put some supplies back down there? That'd be good news. Okay. What is the American response like off the coast? We're not seeing any activity at the moment. Reinforcements are on their way. Yeah, reinforcements have arrived, which is good news. Infantry has arrived. Fantastic. So what we need to do is continue to build up our presence here. We're going to actually transfer some air squadrons over, if we can do. That'd be very good news. Okay. My dear, I need more planes. These G3s, how are they doing? There's plenty in the pool here, actually. So please do draw them from the pool. Fuck me, that is a big squadron. Very big squadron. I don't even have anything in the pool that they could use instead. But what we'll do then is, I'd imagine fatigue. Yeah, fatigue's very high over here. So what we're going to do then is we're going to put this squadron on to just rest for the time being. Fatigue's not bad here, only 12 aircraft though. Okay, just don't upgrade for the time being. Okay, so we have some transport aircraft here. And what I'm going to do is not move them because their range is pretty low. Sonia's, and Mabel. Let's see, I could put the Sonia's on ASW actually. There we go. Torpedo bombers. Yeah, they can continue training. Okay, some more gnats over here. Let's move them to the coast. I just need to move more planes to Malaya. Okay, Midway make a nicer base. That's very true. It's what I really want, to be fair. I could do a move with some fuel there. Not much fuel. We do have a lot of G3s. And let's see. We could reach Wake Island. If we reach Wake Island, we might be able to reach Midway, but meh. We'll get the squadron up to scratch. I mean, the fact is we could use torpedoes here. This is actually a very good squadron. What we'll have is we'll have them on naval search for the time being. Okay. Good day. How long is the stream going for? Just over an hour. It's not going to be the longest stream as we are going to have to be going out. Well, I am going to have to go out today. Well, we'll see. We'll go on for as long as we can. How much fuel at Wake? Sorry, truck. Huge amount of fuel at trucks. That's good to see. I do have a tanker actually, so I'm going to fuel up this tanker. There we go. She's actually got a good speed too. That's just that's pretty nice to see. That's definitely nice to see. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take some fuel from truck, and we're going to have it sent towards Midway. We'll use Midway then to serve as a submarine base. So that will rapidly increase the turnaround between submarines going to and from Hawaii, which is really good news. It's a shame that we don't have any repair capacity as such. I mean, the port has been upgraded a little. Thankfully, the Americans did that for us, which was really nice of them. Very much appreciated. Yeah, I might move the G3 squadron over there. We'll see how things go. I just need to get the airfield somewhat repaired before I can make much more use of it, to be honest. So we'll see how we go. Okay, the 38th is on its way. Forces in China are moving. Okay, we'll commit to a shock attack over here to destroy these forces. There we go. Shock attack here too. Ideally we destroy them. Okay, reinforcements are moving out over here then. Right. They are going to recover over time, it's just going to take a long time to do so. We'll allow them to recover a little bit more. And then we might launch a ground attack once more. Reinforcements have arrived. Okay, you need to get your asses in gear. These squadrons have just taken such a bashing. And this one's obviously under repair. Okay. Moving towards the base over here. Shouldn't be too many units. I'll be definitely glad once we do take it. We'll keep these troops in reserve over here for the time being. So many search planes, I do love it. Fatigue's actually pretty low, so what am I doing here? I think I was taking a look at the wrong number. No, they're just on rest. Okay. Increase that. God knows what I was looking at there. So we'll get those aircraft out there, and I'm going to go ahead with that for the time being. Not a huge amount underway at the moment. Okay, it looked as though we just saw some actual ships in the north there by Vancouver. Oh no, Seattle. We see activity at Seattle. Well, at least we have some information at Seattle. We know something's in port, which is rather interesting. Honestly, I do wonder what it could be. There we go, 38th Division should be ready to move on in the next turn. Now, the 38th Division is going to be by far... shit. Wow, we got lucky there. That was some extreme luck. Okay, so we have Trenton, Concord, Brooks, and Hatfield. Seems the Americans are going for some raid in here. Yeah. We need to destroy that force there. We are going to have to use air power. I don't exactly have much in the way of capital ships to commit. Well, they should be fine, but in port they'll be okay. Nightingale. Miss. That is disappointing. There's a tanker here as well. Okay, we need to dispatch more submarines to engage this particular task force. Right. We did get very, very lucky there just off the coast. Those transports could have been hit and annihilated, which would have sent me back a great deal. I'm actually impressed that the Allies are using surface ships to raid. Okay, so they're retreated out there. Now, where have those Allied ships disappeared to? That's what I want to know. Oh, there they are. They're just off the coast. We actually lost one to flak. Right, we need to move that squadron out of there. We just do not have the air forces to actually do much. Which is making things pretty difficult. Though in fairness, I'm moving my ground forces to take Singapore, so Singapore will fall somewhat soonish, hopefully. I'd say maybe a week or two to Singapore falls. Ideally less than a week, but probably a week to 2 weeks is a realistic expectation. Which might be even too fast, to be fair. But we'll see what we can manage. I'm going to see what capital ships I can find. I think I might have something at Hong Kong, in which case I could dispatch that to the Japanese home islands defense. Which would be a lot better than nothing, to be fair. There we go, reinforcements moving. Shock attack over here, hopefully we'll just completely decimate him, and that'll remove another 2 Chinese corps and a group army, which is going to hurt the Chinese hierarchy. I mean, this is completely overwhelming force. Yeah, definitely. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, they did suffer a lot of casualties there. We're just gonna have to fish them off. Come on. I need this to be destroyed. Yeah, I've seen this has just been wiped out. That's good news. Okay, so we've finally destroyed these forces here. We just need to move out to destroy them, and that would be great. The 38th Division has landed at the Philippines, so we can dispatch them. Okay, that division is the worst, the 18th. But we do have a good amount of force here now, so at least we can put up a decent fight. The Allies aren't going to be going for a deliberate attack anytime soon. It's going to be difficult to beat that division, but we are going to have to try and do so. Yep, those divisions are marching out. Just the 41st, the other one will be following behind. Okay, we have that infantry brigade there, so I could go for a deliberate attack and probably be fairly confident of success. I mean, it's almost 2 divisions worth of assault value, so that's good. Okay, so that force over here needs to be dealt with, because that is really making things difficult for me to move resources now. I can still move them elsewhere, but I'm somewhat reluctant to, just because of the possibilities of what we saw before, where these unescorted transport fleets are just raided. Okay. They need to get out there and search. Okay. Let's see what we have at Hong Kong then. Yep, Yamashiro will be the one to deal the blow to them. It's going to take them some time to arrive in that area, but once they do, they'll make an immediate difference. Right. General Defense Army, potentially? Okay. Move them across here. I'm glad we finally wiped out that force, though. Means we are actually done with chasing them around the interior here, at least. We do need to defeat them over here, which is going to be a pain in the arse. So I'm going to dispatch the 11th Division. These forces will move to the north. Xinjiang. There we go. I'm somewhat tempted to launch a deliberate attack to see what we can inflict. I mean, we have 1,533 assault value here. That is a lot of assault value. A hell of a lot. We are building fortifications. The issue is that they are fortified. I'm going to transfer these planes. At least I would if I had a base I was close enough to do so. Can we reach the base over here at Nanchang? We can actually, that's fantastic. Okay, so I want you to target here as well. I just need to get more air forces in the field, really. Okay, you don't have the range. So what we'll do then is we'll change your target. Have you help out a Kukong. Right, Kukong. Lots of armor here, AA2. We'll move that out in time. Okay, let's just check. There's still an element of 38th, but that's fine, we'll move them out. They're going to march directly on Clark Airfield. Okay. That's fine. Once they arrive, they will obviously make the big difference there. So there, Snake. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. Not a huge amount. We've increased production of certain aircraft. It's just been decent. Right, 6,000 will do. Head towards Midway. Vanish from the port. It's taken a lot of fuel, but it's worthwhile. Let's see what we can put in here. Okay, we'll put the Oilers in here. Okay, there we go. Meet Kitabutai. Yeah, we're going to put escorts for the tankers. I mean, we're going to have the battleship and the heavy cruisers, light cruisers. I mean, that's a good escort. It's a good escort. How many casualties did you take on Midway? Ooh, how many? I think we took a couple hundred. Most of them being probably from the landing assaults, but not a huge amount, really. There we go. Shoho is over here too now. Only a couple aircraft, but still better than nothing. Right, 5 days for those replacements to arrive. That's fine. Supplies are on their way over here. I'm gonna grab an oiler. 2 destroyers. I'm gonna head out there, refuel. I'm gonna have Bushido head towards Johnson Island. Right, there we go. Well, we do have some US combat ships that just arrived just over here, actually. 2 light cruisers and 2 destroyers, which are actually a real big fucking pain in my ass. Just trying to deal with them, really. I've dispatched Yamashiro to the Sea of Japan, but it's going to take some time for them to arrive, obviously. Okay, so things are in motion. That's good to see. At least you can see that we do have a couple Allied submarines over here, so hopefully we can force them away from port. They're going to find it difficult to go elsewhere. We do have some more supplies over here. I'll bear that in mind. Troop numbers are increasing here. Obviously, we're not going to have enough. Come on, get yourselves moving. Right, the Imperial Guard division isn't too far away. It's not a bad move, and in all honesty, it actually really... It almost paid off for them. Almost paid off for them. They actually caught a transport squadron, but they managed to retreat at night. They managed to get out of there. But it could have gone another way very, very easily. Okay. So you're heading back for the... Okay. What we're going to do then is we're going to fill in this then. I need a closer patrol around here. Right, there we go. Gonna take us a long time to repair the damage over here, but it will be worthwhile. We are building fortifications over here at Midway. Once the submarine tender arrives, that's going to make things much easier to work with, which is going to be nice. Okay. We saw something then at Seattle, but we aren't seeing it anymore. Yeah, when those planes actually do arrive from Japan, they will inflict a lot of damage. It's actually just getting them to actually attack, that's the thing. So we might transfer them, if we can, over to Japan. Okay. That's fine, they should still find them. They just need to actually get to them. So we'll end the turn here. I mean, the 38th Division is going to be very, very much welcomed at Clark. Very welcome. I was hoping that we had some hits there. Alas. Right, these are the patrol boats. God damn it, these little raiders are getting in my way. Yeah, the escort is down. And the patrol boat is down. Right. That's not good. We need our aircraft to respond there. Otherwise, I'm going to have to put everything into port. I probably should put everything into port. I didn't think they'd be that ballsy. But they are being ballsy. Definitely being ballsy. I'd hope that my patrol boats would have avoided combat, but I guess that they were caught out. They're causing a lot of disruption. But hopefully once our planes do decide they actually want to attack, we could actually inflict a decent blow. I mean, taking out 2 light cruisers and 2 destroyers is actually a decent target. Yeah, older cruisers. Right, now these aircraft attacking Kukong should make a difference over time. Once we deal with the raiders, yeah, that's the issue. They're going to have a tough time. The thing is, I really don't have much in Japan. I'll take a look at for dive bombs and see what I do have. I probably do have some dive bombs, in fairness, that I could actually dispatch. I just don't like to stop the pilot training, but we'll have to if we have to. Right, okay. Attack from Kitabutai. What do we have over here then? That's not bad. I'll take that. Good target practice. Oh, Wakefield. Okay, now that is a nice target. Very happy about that find. Yeah, Pool's definitely going down. Yeah, she's going down. Okay. So one more Hawk was destroyed. The Wakefield was unharmed, but she's going to be hit at some point. And we're already inflicting casualties, so that's a good hit. That's a good find. Port Moresby's obviously something we do have to consider taking at some point. I've not dispatched any troops over to Rabaul or Port Moresby because I'm somewhat I'm not conflicted in terms of targets. I'm just focusing on the Dutch East Indies, and I'm pushing towards an offensive out by Hawaii, really. I don't want to expand in too many different locations at once because it's going to be fairly difficult to manage it all at once then. And that's what I'm concerned about. There's a few ships around here actually, so we could inflict some good good devastation with Kitabutai. I don't know how the attack at Johnston Island will go. I've honestly no idea what sort of troop numbers we might be facing. Right. I-19's under attack by aircraft. I should have equipped a division with the K-431Cs elsewhere, not so close to the front line, but hey-ho. Right, okay. 160 casualties. Fucking hell, that's a lot of coastal guns. That may have been very well a mistake. We'll see what we're dealing with, really. I might be able to dispatch troops to reinforce it, but we need to understand what we're dealing with. Okay, well, let's test the situation at Johnson Island. I'm not happy about the amount of guns, actually, he found in the coastal defense there. That does worry me a great deal. I do feel like the attack at Johnson Island could very well have been a mistake, but we will amend for that. We'll deal with it as it comes. If we lose there, we lose there. We'll deal with it. It wasn't a huge amount of force, well, put over there, so that's not too bad. Okay. It's not a huge amount of enemies. These are just supplies, aren't they? Were they carrying troops? Okay, I feel like I might have made a mistake there, actually, and sent the wrong force out. Either way, we're going to leave Johnson Island, but I am somewhat, puzzled. At least we are aware of what is on... Did we actually just unload? Like, surely not. Surely not. Odd. Very odd. Okay. We did lose troops. I imagine we might just lost all our troops on the beach invasion. Oh. Hello. Hello. Is it meat you're looking for? Very interesting. Yeah. Replenishment's on its way too. That's good news. Very good news. Okay, how long is it going to take the 38th? Halfway there, that's not bad then. I do need to take Wenchao. It's actually worth quite a bit to me too. Yeah, more Lionel Richie too. Okay. I think we'll go for a deliberate attack. Even the 3rd Division. The reason being I want to demolish their fortifications. So he's going to take a lot of sacrifice to do so. Alright. 5 ships now, apparently. Head for port. Good, they're not going to move. Oops, excuse me. Let's see. Do I dispatch these ships to attack? Potentially so. We might be able to do something. We'll send them out over here, not into direct battle, and then if I can have more forces link up, that'd be good news. No, I don't want you heading there. Or do I actually have to come out of the port that way? Seems I do. Seems I do. Okay. I just want them to attack. Perhaps we need reconnaissance? Right, we do have torpedo bombers over here actually, so I'll send them out. Okay. Yeah, we can repair in port, I just need them out of the area. Okay. How about 10% of the squadron out searching, and then hopefully they'll find something. I'm going to grab a lot of these planes from over here, actually, and send them into China soon. There's a lot of planes I could be using. Especially the Sullys and the K-48s. I mean, that's a lot of Sullys that we could have been using. They are actually pretty decent. Okay. That was a little bit of a blunder. I wonder if I sent the wrong ships down, because they... then again, they could have been the ones with the troops. I can't quite remember. Right, you're arriving soon. What plans do you have to train new replacement pilots, and how well is it working out? Basically, every squadron that is not in combat really is training pilots. They'll train those pilots' skills up over time. We do have an influx of pilots, but not a massive amount. Right, these planes need to be ready. Some of them are going to be coming online soon enough. A good amount of them will be coming online soon enough, so that will be good news. Okay. RTA division. Okay, it seems like I can have everybody to march. Does that mean we have the Imperial Guard division here? Not seeing it, but we do have a good amount of sold value now. Oh, there's the Imperial Guard division. Right, they're on the way. And we still have a good amount of reinforcements over here. I mean, that's a good amount, 10,000 total plus. So that will be very nice when it arrives. We are building up a good amount of troops here, which is good. Let's go for a bombardment. Start to inflict some damage against the Allied forces there. 38th is going to make its way to Clark, where it will be used aggressively. Okay. Heavy cruiser, you say? Right, there's actually some really good targets down here. I apologize for rushing a little bit. I just want to get things moving forward a little bit more before I have to go. Very interested to see what happens now. I mean, we've put a lot of planes. It's funny, like, we didn't think that we had many planes or any sort of defense around Japan, but, yeah, one of those is going to go down. I've just got a good feeling about that, which is going to hurt, but we'll take it as a lesson. Actually, no hits, thankfully. That's really nice. Okay, that's really, really nice. I mean, one of his ships got damaged quite heavily, though, so whether we lose that or not is going to be, unknown. I mean, it would be a bloody waste if we were to lose it. Then again, right, okay, so here's our 4 destroyers. Let's see what they can do, actually. They are a little bit outgunned. But if they can get in there with the torpedoes, that would be very, very nice. Ooh. Ooh. Right, Concorde has been hit by a torpedo. That changes the battle completely. Need more torpedoes in the water. Trenton has been hit. Jesus. And destroyers are actually ripping them to pieces here. Bloody hell. Yeah, Singapore's still in Allied hands. We are just north of Singapore. We just need to defeat the division there. Forces, and then we'll be able to march on Singapore. I'm liking the way this battle's turned out so far. I mean, these destroyers, it's funny, like, really kind of forget how remarkably powerful they can be. I mean, we are taking hits back, but I mean, the torpedoes into the light cruisers is going to make a big difference. I mean, our ships can flee into port and repair. They can't. They're a very long way from home. There we go, Hatfield has been hit. There we go, torpedo. Let's see the result of the battle. Yeah, almost point blank for torpedoes. Very, very close range. Let's see the results then. 3 Kingfishers destroyed. So, Ishiro was hit 4 times. Oh my lord, they were just annihilated there. Yeah, night battle, better commanders. Not sure if these particular light cruisers. Yeah. This was very much a B force, and they were very, very much annihilated. Just absolutely annihilated. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That worked out very much to our advantage there. And you look at that, 1,000 yards, this is basically point-blank range. Beautiful. Yep, both light cruisers and both destroyers destroyed. That is absolutely a really nice result there. Great victory. Well, at least we know we have our destroyers that can actually pack a hell of a bloody punch in the dark. Happy about that result. I suppose it'd be very difficult. I mean, the destroyers for the Allies would have been trying to protect their light cruisers as a... But then again, they must have been very slow. Okay, they need to pull back from Johnson Island. I don't know why they're still unloading. I need to cancel that. Right, another 3 hits there. Yeah. We need to make sure they actually abandon Johnson Island because they're unloaded supplies for no reason. I mean, that's been my big boo-boo there. Should have actually taken a look at that one closer and probably pulled back when I was doubting it. Oh well, troops will become replaced. Okay. I do really feel that a decisive battle is coming somewhat close. I feel the Allies are going to be launching carriers at us at some point soon. It's gonna happen. Yeah, they do well at night. Oh yeah, I mean, the night battle at Guadalcanal really did embarrass the Allies. We'll put it that way. Someone confused as to why our Zeros didn't respond to that. By an increasing number of fortresses. Okay, one was destroyed though, so that's a very good result there. I'm happy about that. One destroyed is worth a lot. And again? I don't know why my Zeros aren't responding. It does worry me. Okay, let's see how our attack goes over here. And it'd be absolutely delightful if we had a big breakthrough attack, but I highly doubt it. Though reinforcements are closing, so that's good. Yeah, very well, maybe due to the low numbers that they're slipping through. Alrighty. Actually, it was pretty decent. 1,000 casualties, as I pretty much expected. 2,000 inflicted, that's pretty good. I mean, they lost a lot of guns there. Yeah, I think we'll keep up the deliberate attacks, and once reinforcements arrive, there's going to be a fresh division. Okay, so you can see here the 38th is very powerful. The Allies lost a gun there. I mean, these are the forces that we need to beat. I mean, the difficulty is that we're actually encountering this division here, but I'm glad that we are. It means that we can actually defeat it in the field rather than in an urban environment. Pretty good results there. Say that we have less troops. Okay, so what we'll do now in the next turn is actually have our level bombers diverted from Manchuria into China itself. I should have been using them a long time ago, but this is what happens when you don't check things through as fully when you're actually recording. And at least that's my excuse. Okay. Okay, fatigue's pretty high. Very high. I think we need to draw back and actually rest our pilots. Just squadrons in general, it seems. Yeah, we need to rest. We'll head towards truck then. Okay. Yeah, come on, Roger, transfer them bombers to the appropriate command if you want to take them out. Yeah, that's true. Political points, we do have a great deal. So that's no issue at least. Somewhat disappointed, but I will be able to find these, we just need to rest these pilots. Yeah, Manchurian Air Forces training. For good reason, I can imagine. I will use these Sallys, though. These Sallys are really good. So we'll go from Gel Huddle. There we go. Just 1 second. Okay, apologies about that. Right, so I need more planes. To put it blankly. Well, to put it frankly, sorry. God, I can't speak today. This is what happens when you just don't sleep much. Okay. We'll do some reconnaissance then. Suppose just leave them with our target and they'll do their own reconnaissance. Suppose we could engage these forces over here, actually. That'd be a good idea. What are we actually dealing with? That's something we need to know. I'm not sure. We don't have that many troops, so I'm going to wait for the Mongol cavalry to arrive, and we'll use our airplanes to gain an advantage. Okay. Okay, deliberate attack. That's good news. Okay, Imperial Guard. I'm going to wait for the Imperial Guard Division to arrive. Right, since it's going to take us a lot longer to take Singapore, we are going to have to use our force contingencies over there. We're also going to have to bring naval forces to that area, really. We'll see. I'm still expecting an American carrier response. I'm somewhat certain that we're going to see one. And then we'll see how the situation develops. I need to pull back from Johnson, though. Yeah, get the hell out of there, you bloody idiots. Move on cruise speed. Nice players moving there. Now we go move some supplies to the island. Right, so we have our surface combat force over there then. I think what we'll do then is we'll have it sent towards Kyoto. Okay. No resources. Right, then idle. Move them back to Shanghai. Still loading. Still loading. There we go. Head to Busan. Toyohara. Head back over that way then. How many resources do we even have here? A lot. Okay, a lot. We'll keep planes around here then. Okay. Yeah, engineers do help with that. Maybe send 1 or 2 units to Midway. We'll see how Midway goes. I'm still somewhat expecting a response. I really am. So, in all honesty, I just want to see what happens first. I'm a little bit loath to send forces before I really understand the American reaction. Because the reaction could be underway before we even know it. I mean, we don't know it, but there could be a reaction on its way now. There's increased activity elsewhere abroad, so I do need to be very, very careful. Okay. Almost have enough force to go for a deliberate attack there. Okay. Those troops are on their way, it's not going to take them very long. Keep up the attack. Okay, there we go. Yeah, construction engineers are great. So we should ideally see Clark's airfield fall this turn, which is going to really help us out a lot. I could base my zeros there at Clark, use the zeros to obviously escort bombers then. And then we'll be able to use bombers in the Philippines practically without worrying. Which is going to speed things up dramatically. I don't know, I think things are going well enough. Well enough, I suppose. Not great, I'd say things could be going a lot better, obviously, if I had far more experience. But this is all a learning experience, and yeah, we're learning, Right, yeah, I knew that was going to go down, but at least they pulled back, so that was a waste of time and resources, but at least we've learned our lesson, and I suppose some important news is we know there's about 2,000 troops on Johnston Island, a couple AFVs, and about 60 guns. Oh, good, you're using the gun. Very good. I like it when they use the gun instead of their torpedoes. I think 21 shells are a bit overkill, but I suppose... Oh my god, and we actually hit a destroyer. Holy shit. That's nice. That's really nice. And she goes down. Oh, hell. That's going to make things a lot easier around there. Okay. I do definitely need my pilots and Kitabutai to actually rest. They need to be set to rest, otherwise, yeah, the fatigue's too high. I think I've been pushing them too hard for too long. There goes the Sallies. Actually, their force of Chinese apparently disappeared. I guess it must have been a tiny force or something. There's gotta be something there. Yeah, they're there. Okay. Damage is good. Okay, deliberate attack. Yeah, the 41st Division has just arrived at the best time, actually. That's good news. I mean, they'll not be in combat mode. I'd imagine they'll still be in move mode, but at least if they contribute, that'd be great. Yeah, level 140. And we capture Changsha! Oh! Banzai! Oh, man. I did not expect that. Wow. Okay, banzai indeed. Changsha has fallen. Officially has fallen. 423 casualties. Fucking hell. That's the greatest loss of Chinese yet. In one battle. 11,561 casualties inflicted. 11,000, almost 12,000 men. Bloody hell. That's a beautiful, beautiful result. Banzai indeed. And honestly, I did not expect Changsha to fall this turn, so that's great. So hopefully Changsha and Clark's Airfield this turn will make a really nice prize. I was going to hope for the best. And that's why I skipped it. I just didn't think that we'd actually break through, so my god, I think that division arrived just at the right time. I mean, that was 5 divisions. So much armor, artillery. It was a massive effort there. But definitely worthwhile. I mean, the artillery... And just the amounts of bombs from the air, my lord. Oh, was the 38 set to bombard? I might not have set up the attack properly. We'll see. Yeah, I might not have set the attack properly. Heavy casualties. But that's fine, we can take that. We reduce fortifications anyway. Okay, numbers are building up at Johor. I'm still happy about the follow back Changsha. Definitely happy. Oh, they're attacking us here now. That's interesting. Really, I'm actually happy about that. Yeah, we'll defeat these forces here then. Nice change in China. Definitely. Okay, so let's take a look at the results then. 10,000 troops. Yeah, we have a level 4 fortifications. Decent amount of assault value. I think we'll be fine here. Okay, what we're going to go for then is a deliberate attack. Hopefully that will be enough. Let's take a look at our prize at Changsha then. Aye, very nice. It's actually worth quite a lot to us. A decent amount anyway. Resources, 10,000, almost 11,000 tons. 10,000 tons of supply, great capture. Is that what we actually have or what? Oh no, it's only 4,000 tons of supply here. Still worthwhile. A little bit of fuel. Yeah. 10,000 tons of resources, almost 11,000. But the fact is now we can open up this rail once we capture Hengyang. That's a lot of Chinese troops there. A lot of Chinese troops. Yeah, they weren't set to the correct mode. Yep, so everybody's going to assume deliberate attack, so Clark will fall next turn then. What do we have here? 4 DDs. Don't know if they'll engage. Right, plenty of submarines here. I'll make use of them. And this is going to be the... Well, that was the last turn of this session. I do have to go get ready. Unfortunately, I wish I could spend more time, but we'll see how how everything turns out. We are aware of these guys over here, so I think what I might do then is actually go for a raid. So we'll see if we can set that up. Then we'll consider that next time. We'll have to look at the amount of fatigue and etc. I mean, these ships aren't going to be going anywhere fast. Speaking of not going anywhere fast. We'll see. I'm happy about that result. Right, the Imperial Guard Division will be there in about maybe a day or two. Okay, I feel that we have a good amount of troops here that we could potentially go for something. I mean, it's 703 soul value. I still don't think it's quite enough, but it might be possible. Right, that number keeps changing. I really don't know how many troops are actually there at Singapore, but we'll have to take a look. Ideally less the better, but we'll see. How many do we have over here then? No idea. This Mongol cavalry is on its way though. Okay. We'll deal with these forces once they're dealt with, then all of this will be open to us and undisturbed. So we've had a few little victories, which is quite nice. Good to see. And yes, guys, until next time, thank you for watching, and goodbye for now. I do apologise about this being a lesser quality stream than usual, but the Fall of Changsha has definitely made up for it. So until next time, goodbye, and see you all very, very soon. Have a great day or evening wherever you are, whatever you're doing.